All right, we gotta do some spec ops. Oh, there we go. How's it going today, everyone? Creek crawler here, Southeast Ohio, and a little creek spillway kind of area, and we're competing in the second event for the Ohio series, the NAPRA event. So I'm gonna scour this creek. I got like an hour and a half, 2 hours before sunset, but tomorrow I'm gonna really hit it hard. So we're gonna see if we can't catch a little limit here just to get us started for the weekend. See if we can't put any numbers up. Stay tuned for the action. Let's see if we can't catch some fish today, guys. Let's go. All right, we are down here at a little creek competing in the second event of the NAPRA series. Going after some largemouth, some spotted bass. There's a few different species in here and an ancient species as well. Let's see if we can't get any. All right, I'm gonna do a quick gear check before we get started in this little creek today. Got my Daiwa Kage 2500 spooled up in 10-pound braid. Paired up with the Daiwa Kage jerkbait and tubes rod, 610 medium extra fast. Down to a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. And the lure I'll be throwing first, I'll be throwing some other baits, but if we get a hot bite with the leech, we'll be sticking with the leech. This is the Magma Leech, the Nico Magma Leech, on a little Owner Finesse EWG football jig head, 1/8 ounce. Perfect little trick worm presentation. We'll be throwing in the creek. Hopefully it's on the menu for the bass in here. First catch of the day. Warm us up, a little warmouth, 4-inch warmouth. Beautiful colors though, check that out. Dark oranges and greens. Here you go, buddy. All right, we're gonna switch up the color of our leech. The Magma was getting pecked out by the bluegills, got the bass's attention, but none of them was committing to the Magma, and that was surprising. So I'm gonna switch over to the Eclipse. I've had success with the Eclipse here. I got a bass off to my left I can sight fish just to see what he's gonna react to. So let's toss this out here and see if we can't get bit on it.
I went up top and I could see like 20 bass stacked right up in the slack water. Probably because they fed all night while it was raining. It was right before it rained.
There we go. Yeah, nicer. There we go. That'll go on the board. If I can get him up here, that's the thing. Ah, he's skin hooked. Heck yeah, we'll put him on the board. If I can make it over there without falling in. All right, we got a nice largie there on the little leech. Put the board a little bit. All right, we got 13 and a half incher. Solid little start. There you go, buddy. Ooh, something just swirled on it. Oh, got one. On the wake. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Nice. Right there on the wake bait. That's freaking epic. Let's go measure him up. Speedway got it done. Let's see what we got here. Oh, no, 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 buddy. No, 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 no. Lost him. Freaking lost him. Well, my evening isn't going too good. Just lost the 14 and a half inch. Flopped right into the water on the bank. Unbelievable. Let's keep it going. See if he ain't got no brothers hanging out over here.
Not by that brush pile. Kinda in a spot you'd really over.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is. Let's try not to lose this one. T-boned it, dude. T-boned it. Look at that. That is sick. All right, let's go put him on the board. All right, let's not lose this one.
Can you imagine if the big bowfin
right there on the wake? That was awesome. Sick eat. Let's try not to lose this one this time. It's a bit bigger and it would be a bummer. 15 and a half. That was an awesome eat. Freaking little toad of a creek largie. Let's get a release on him. Right there on the wake bait. 2 of them back to back. A 14 and a quarter, which I lost, which is a huge bummer, but this makes up for it. 15 and a half incher creek largie. There you go, buddy. How's it going today, everyone? Creek Crawler here. I'm in eastern southern Ohio today on the Muskingum River. Pretty hot day. I think it's almost in the 90s. It's right here in the middle of May, but I wanted to come down here. We have about 7 inches of visibility, so we already know a couple things are going to be in play. The underspin, I'm going to throw a light colored jerk bait, something bright. I'm also going to throw the speed wake. See if we can't get no big hybrids. I'm also competing in the NAPRA event still, so we're looking for some bass for that, but I'd like to get some big hybrids because I know they're in here. So stay tuned for the action. Let's see if we can't catch a fish today, guys. Let's go. Oh, there we go. What we got here? Spotted bass? I'll put him on the board. Or no? Yeah, my littlest bass so far in the NAPRA event, which is the day prior to this. 13 and a half, I believe, is my smallest. So he ain't going to suffice, but hey, 2 casts in and I already got a spotted bass. That's awesome. Here you go, buddy. Oh, I just got hit. Oh, they're schooled up in that pocket. There we go. There we go. I think that's a white bass. That's what's been blowing up over there on the schools of bait. Oh, he's got pokey parts. Come here, buddy. Little white bass there. That's awesome. There you go, buddy. All right, I'm gonna throw this big old, well, it's not really big. I think it's a 4-inch bait. This is the speed wake and shad scale color, I believe. Shad scale, awesome natural color for shad. And I've caught a lot of cool fish on this recently. And it's really just boosted my confidence in throwing a larger bait, because if you've watched my channel, I grew up finesse fishing, but I wanted to diversify my angling skills. So I've got this rod right here. This is the Team 6 medium heavy. Team 6 medium heavy with my pitching and flipping reel, the Tula Elite 7-1 with 16-pound fluorocarbon. Yeah, I know this is probably completely the wrong setup for this kind of bait, but I've been catching fish on it with this setup, so I'm just going to keep chucking it. And I'm not too well diversed in the bait casting language, but it's been working, so that's all that matters. So yeah, we're going to check this out as well today and see if we can't catch them. Any fish blowing up on this, I got a shallow flat, which should be perfect for this, and I can also target these eddies and bring it across when the fish start busting on bait fish. Oh, just got blowed up. Oh, he got off. Oh, we got blown up by a hybrid on the wake. That was hilarious. Right there in the foam too. That was crazy. All right, so I'm gonna break down what fishing the foam means to me and what you need to look for if you find yourself in situations like I am today. In most cases, in rivers and creeks in Ohio, you'll see a lot of foam activity on the top of the water, and you can really start to understand the movement of water, and you can really start to understand current and how it moves throughout the landscape. And it's constantly moving. It's never going to be situated in one place. So if you look to my right, there's a long stretch of foam. This right here is your current seam. This foam is going to be stacked up because the water is pushing it together. This is going to be your current seam right here, and this is where you're going to catch a lot of fish activity. Couple reasons. The bait fish love foam, hanging out underneath foam because they are camouflaged and they use it almost like a floating structure. Take it like saltwater fishermen, they go out and fish big grass, big floating grass mats out in the ocean. Same concept with freshwater here. We're looking for the foam islands. Look, see how that island's forming up out there? Now, if you pay close attention when you're out fishing, you will see, look, right here in front of me, just happened right here in this foam. You'll see fish blow up and you'll see boils in that foam. And that's where you want to target and put most of your effort. Sure, you might catch some fish out here where there's no foam, but most of your activity is going to be right here. See how this current is telling me where the fish are going to be? You just got to understand and learn how to read the environment. The current is going to tell you where the bait fish are going to be, and the foam is where they're going to be at. And I'm going to focus most of my effort on this foam island. So keep that in mind. Always fish the foam. Here comes the foam mat. See them busting out there in the foam mat? There we go. That's a little bit better. What do we got here? A little baby hybrid. I'm telling you, man, you find the foam mat, you'll find the fish. Think of it as a floating island where all the little bait fish take cover and use it as sanctuary, the shade that it provides. But then you have little guys, or little and big guys, like this hybrid striper hiding underneath, just smoking stuff right underneath the foam. Here you go, buddy. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna find out what's hammering these bait fish behind this wall to my left. So I went downsize a little bit, put a little tiny jig head on, a little 1/8 ounce ball head with a little swim bait. Let's see if we can't pick up whatever's causing these little minnows harm. There we go. Chunky. Come here, buddy. Check out that chunky. That might be a white. I think these might be white bass. I don't know. It's so hard to tell, man. When especially the smaller ones. Gobbled up that little swim bait though. Little chunky guy. There you go, buddy. Come on. Oh, there we go. He just smoked it. Now that's a hybrid for sure, because of his stripes are so obvious. They're just so much fun, man. Even these little 11 to 12 inches are just so much fun in the current. You think you have like a giant bass. Turns out to be this awesome fighter. Here you go, buddy. All right, well, I fished this flat for a little while. We're gonna go to a different location on the Muskingum and possibly even find some creeks. Their creeks might be blown out just as much as ours back near Athens, but we'll go look for some creeks and we'll look for another dam as well. Well, this spot looks promising. We got a nice eddy down here to my right. Looks like we'll be able to reach the bank and be able to net any big fish that we hook into. There we go. That's a decent one. Put him on the board. There we go. Put him on the board and let him go. All right, 12-inch spotted bass. That's pretty cool. Right there on a little swim bait right next to the rip. Right over there in the whitewash. They love to hang out over there. Here you go, buddy. see that? He came out of the water as I was pulling it up to eat that. That was crazy. There we go. Got something nice. Smallie. Chill out, buddy. Take that. That'll be probably bigger than 12. It's a chunky one. Let's go measure him up. Right there on the Divine Underspin, right there next to the wall. Love, love, love fishing walls. Hey, he's 13. 13 incher. Look how fat. That's crazy. There you go, buddy. Oh, there we go. That's a good smallie. Hiding right behind a rock down there. Chill out, buddy. Nice. Underspin's crushing it. Check that out. What's our smallest? 13? This will be longer than 13. Let's go put it on the board. 13 3/4. Here you go, buddy. Smoke that underspin. Got a storm rolling in, I think, so I'm gonna get out of here, call it. Wind's picking up. We got some dark clouds. That's what it was here. It was really light, but as you can see, the storm clouds are rolling in. I'm gonna get out of here. Alrighty, everyone, we're going into action right there on the Muskingum River. Absolutely fantastic evening. I got different clothes because it's the next day, and the storm was rolling in. Fished for a little bit more after the storm, didn't catch too much. But for the NAPRA event, this is a bummer because yesterday evening I was fishing with a buddy in a small creek, and I caught a giant largemouth bass on that wake bait, that speed wake I was throwing. I caught that 14 1/4. It got off on the bank. Caught that 15 1/2 incher. It was doing work in tiny water, and I couldn't believe it. But I'll post the picture. I'll link the picture right here. I'm gonna show the picture right here because it was an absolute unit. 19-inch largemouth. I think for the NAPRA it's gonna be 18 3/4 because I couldn't get its tail pinched all the way for that final length. But I'll take it. And then I know it was rough in Southwest Ohio because they had a lot of rains, and we were blessed in Southeast Ohio with not terrible rains. But I found a creek and was able to produce some nice fish, and then I ended up catching a couple nice smallies and stuff right there on the Muskingum. A 13 3/4, 15 1/2, and 18 3/4 is what I ended up with, which I think is around 48 inches. So I'll take that any day. It was a fun time, especially on topwater. The topwater bite is heating up post spawn, and yeah, it was an awesome time on the Muskingum River. Hybrids, white bass, all kinds of different species right there under the foam mats. And remember always to fish the foam. Fish the foam, because those bait fish hang to it, and you can be really successful on the river if you follow the foam. If you would like to get some Waterlands, use code Crawler15 on their website. I'll put it down below. If you'd like to get any 6th Sense baits, Nico baits, go to vanceoutdoors.com. Use code Crawler15. Save huge amounts of money on tackle, especially if you're loading up for the year. 15% is a surprisingly large amount of savings on the website. So make an account, get on there, utilize that code the most you can. And I want to thank Vance Outdoors for giving that to me, and all the people that watch my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys out in the water. Let's go!